Okay, YouTube, welcome to a one-off Dwarf Fortress video with the Flying Fent using Dwarf Fortress 2014 here. One of my viewers had made a comment, hey Flying Fent, what's wrong with your doors? Why do they look so goofy? And I'm paraphrasing, I couldn't tell you exactly what he said. And to be honest, when I first saw these doors, which I saw quite a while ago, I was like, what is wrong with these doors? I had the exact same reaction. And I looked into it and figured out and thought, oh, well, that's why. And since someone's asked, I figured I'd go ahead and make a quick video to explain, because it's not kind of a simple thing to kind of talk about. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it. Now, if we pull up, what I did is I made a copy of my Dwarf Fortress files. So I'm going to go ahead here, and instead of using the launcher, I'm just going to open Dwarf Fortress manually. I'm also going to want to get a copy of, where's Dwarf Therapist in here? I don't even know where it is. It might be hiding in somewhere in here too. I'll get it open the old-fashioned way, but we are going to need that up and running as well. But by now, Dwarf Fortress should be fully loaded. It is. So let's hop into our world real quick. And again, this is a copy of our world, so we're not actually going to be changing anything in the real world. And let's take a look at what we're talking about. Now, these here are all wood doors. And it may not look like what you would expect a door to look like. If we were to kind of build a door, sorry, not a trade depot, a door in planning mode, you'll see a door shape, right? It's got an arch, it's going to be filled in. And I mean, you can see them here. Those are door shapes. And that's nothing like what my wooden doors look like. And what I'm going to do actually is come down here and queue up some rock doors. And in fact, let's just go ahead and make a few priority rock doors. Say do it now. And hopefully some people come deal with it. And just to really kind of speed that along, let's actually, I'm going to back off because I don't know where the file is. So I'm just going to use the launcher here. We'll open up the starter pack launcher. I'm going to go to utilities. I'm going to fire up Dwarf Therapist. And because I want to make sure this gets done, I'm going to say everybody's a mason. And I'm actually going to turn hauling off for all of these people. There we go. Okay, so that should kind of speed things along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some doors. Once I have some doors available, we'll come back. Let's go ahead actually and... no, you know what? I'll manually install them. I'll make some doors and I'll install them. I'll install them probably up here somewhere so you can see what they look like. So let's actually just go ahead and put in a door designation so we can see what that looks like, because that's going to be important. And because the frame rate is having some issues right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the doors off camera, install the stone doors, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, we've managed to get kind of all three of our door icons in one place. Here we have a wooden door, here we have a stone door, and here we have a door designation. So the question is, why don't the wooden doors look like the others? That's what we're trying to figure out. So let's take a quick look and see if we can kind of sort out the mystery. Let's hop over to the Dwarf Fortress wiki. And this is just the main page of the wiki. And I'm just going to type in tile set. And if we pull this up and we head down here, you'll see it shows you what's used everywhere. And it will tell you what each individual tile is for. So row 1, icon 0 is used for background tiles, the intro movie, and background tiles of the interface. 001 is civilian dwarves, 002 is military dwarves, then you get dimple cups, cut gems, and so on and so forth. We're looking for doors. You could use control find, but I happen to know where they are, so I'm just going to scroll down to row 12. And on row 12, we're going to see right here, smooth constructed walls, bridges, wooden doors, specifically singled out wooden doors, center catapult tile, center ballista tile, axles, tracks, fortress walls on the travel map, and trunk. Now you might say, whoa, now that's a lot. You know, let me make this a little bigger too. You might say, now that's a lot of stuff for one tile. But you have to remember that there's different ways that they can fill in the colors, and that will make things look different. So yes, that's a lot of things, but they do use different fills. And that's going to make a big difference here. You'll also see on row 13, we see doors. And now this doesn't specifically say wooden doors. So this is wooden doors. These are the other doors. Then there's other things, floor detail engraving in progress, branches, etc., which we have seen that. We have seen doors. If we come down here on row 14, we see door designation. So there's actually 3 separate tiles that define what doors are going to look like. And if we go back to where our files are and we go into the actual data file, into the art file, I'm using Phoebus and I'm not using any of the special ones. So I'm just using the base Phoebus, but you can look at them all and they're all very similar. And I'm just going to right click and go to preview here to take a look at it. We'll zoom in as much as we can. There we go. And let's see, there's line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So the first door's designation is on line 12. And this is also swarms, partially constructed, partially dug out stone or swarms. And let's just see how far in did we need to go on this. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is the 11th entry. And you can see it's, there's some ends of stone smooth walls. Then there's kind of the T intersection. Then some smooth constructed walls that are kind of angled there. And this is kind of the vertical in the middle. So you can probably jump ahead and see we're obviously talking about this. But line 11, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is that. There's what we talked about. There's the T, there's the corners, there's the branches, so on and so forth. So this is the door icon that's being used. Now, does that make sense? Does that correlate to what we're seeing? Squiggly line down the middle. There are no sides to it though, right? And if we look at the icon, there are definitely sides there. But because this is all black, it's being completely covered by the color. So you don't actually see these kind of side things. You're just seeing the part in the middle over here, which is indeed what we're seeing. If we were to jump down to line 13, we can see here's the other doors, right, which would be our stone doors. And we can take a look there. Stone doors. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. And then line 14 below that is door designations. Now, again, depending on how they decide to fill and color this, you may not see all the detail, but if we flip over, where's my mouse cursor there? It's hard because the recording software shows it as well. So it looks like it's on 2 monitors. There's a door designation. Again, they've filled and colored in so you can't see kind of the thing across the middle, but there is indeed the door designation. Now, it's also interesting to note, if we were to come back over here to the wiki, line 12, it also talks about smoothed walls, center catapult tile. So let's take a look at those. We don't currently have any smoothed walls, but let's go ahead and make some. Designate smoothing. Let's smooth out this section. And just to make sure it gets done, let's go ahead and set everybody on stone detailing duty. We can turn everybody off masonry duty. We don't need the rest of those doors made. We'll commit those changes. Hop back in our game. We'll unpause. And while we're waiting for those to get smooth, let's go take a look at our catapults. And if we look, oh yeah, that is basically the same thing. And if you look really closely, there does seem to be something in the middle. But again, because of how they've used the color fill, you can't really see it. But there's the solid lines down the middle. The blank down the sides. In the middle looks blank, but there's actually a very faint outline of that kind of squiggly line. And let's let the smoothing happen here. You might say this looks nothing like it, but of course, a designation for smoothing is different. And you could find that if we wanted to. We could hop over here and find that designated smoothing. It might be easier to locate it here first and then go check. I think it's this, if I'm not mistaken. So line 13, second from the end. Let's take a look, see if that's right. Flashing wall detail engraving in progress. That's exactly what's going on, right? It's flashing detailing in progress. So we'll let that go. Of course, it makes an end first, and there's our center smooth walls. And you can see, yeah, can we faintly see the squiggle? I don't know if we can. Again, it's getting filled, right? So you can't necessarily see it because of the color fill, the way the color overlay is working, whereas the color overlay the wooden doors differently. But that is actually the same icon as this. So these smoothed walls are the same as these wooden doors. Now you might say, hang on there, Flying Fen. I have watched other people's Let's Plays, and they do not look like that at all, not in the least. And let me just find a nice sample of that. Dwarf Fortress. And I should probably Google Phoebus here as well. In case you're wondering why I'm not showing this, it's because you never know what Google's going to spit out, and I don't want to have Google Images return porn for whatever reason that no one can see. Put it on YouTube and have everything get kind of deleted. Okay, is this going to show us some doors? I don't think there's doors in this picture. No. This looks like it has doors, though. It does. View image. Here we go. All right, so I found an image, and you can see here's doors. Now, these are all stone colored for the most part, but you might look at some of these and say, well, isn't this a wood colored door? And the answer is no. No, it's not. It's actually a brown stone colored door. It is this stone that made that door. And that's the answer to this puzzle. Very few people use wood on doors. And you'll find that if you were to Google Dwarf Fortress wooden doors, you're actually going to find people commenting on Reddit and on various sources saying, don't waste your precious wood on doors. I personally ignore that advice because I just cut down as many trees as I want. I don't care. But very few people will make wooden doors, which is why you don't generally see this icon as doors. So there's the mystery solved. It's in the tile set because this is the icon used for wooden doors, and because I'm one of the few people around that uses wooden doors in my Dwarf Fortress game. So, Mithridates Megas, I hope that answers your question. And if anyone else was curious, I hope that answers their question as well. I know when I first saw those wooden doors, it bugged me as well, but I'm so used to them that it doesn't even faze me anymore. Something I might do in my next playthrough is just not use wooden doors. The reason that I started using them is because very early on when I'm building, I have a lot of excess wood, but not a lot of stone. Especially because I don't want to use economic stone, right? If you recall, we did eventually get set up here, but we already had a large number of these doors already installed, particularly down here for our, oh crap, there's a guy trapped in there. Oh, I was going to get him out, but I guess I don't have to because this isn't my real game. This is a copy. I suppose I could make wooden doors for training rooms, but we'll see in the next Let's Play what we decide to use. For now, this Let's Play is still going. We're going to keep working through it, but I hope this does answer the question on why my doors look funny. And they do look funny. I'm not a fan of the wooden doors. I had just gotten so used to them that it doesn't even faze me anymore. But there you go. It's all because of the tile set. And the reason I made a video instead of just explaining it, it's kind of I could say, well, it's the tile set, but that doesn't really answer the question. And I like to give people the tools to understand how a game like Dwarf Fortress works. In case they choose to do some modding or they want to do their own tile set or just to answer questions, to figure out how do you find answers to these things. That's kind of how you do it. We had a question about a tile set. We looked up tile set. We found the information we needed. We referred to the data files to figure it out. And then we correlated that with in-game objects. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, please leave a like. It really does help me out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content from me. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.